Emily hated driving long distances at night, but she had no choice. Her college was hours away, and her part-time shift ended late. The interstate was empty, the world swallowed by darkness. Her headlights carved two thin tunnels through the fog, and the radio played soft static, no music, just white noise. Halfway through the drive, her Bluetooth connected by itself. A voice whispered through the speakers, "Don't look in the mirror." Emily froze. She glanced at her phone, no call, no recording, nothing. The voice returned, clearer. "If you look, it will see you." Emily swallowed hard, forcing herself to keep her eyes on the road. Her pulse hammered. The radio then cut to silence. A moment passed. Then a soft sound came from the back seat. Breathing, slow, wet, too close. She reached up and adjusted the rearview mirror, just a little. Something moved. A dark silhouette sat in the back seat still, like a shadow with weight. No details, just void. Emily jerked the wheel, panicked, but kept driving. The voice whispered again, this time from directly behind her ear. "You looked." Emily slammed the gas pedal. The car sped through the empty highway as her eyes blurred with fear. The shadow in the mirror spread its head, tilting, vertebrae cracking like breaking twigs. Two eyes opened, hollow, sunken pits radiating cold. Her breath shook. It leaned closer. "Do you want to know when you die?" The voice whispered. Emily screamed, swerving off the road and stomping on the brake. The car skidded into gravel and stopped near a dark stretch of woods. Silence. Shaking, she finally turned around. The back seat was empty. Just darkness. Just quiet. Her phone buzzed. One notification. New contact added. Backseat. Then a new message popped up. "Check your mirror." Slowly, unwillingly, Emily lifted her eyes to the rear view. A face filled the entire mirror. Rotting. Grinning. And this time, it wasn't a shadow. Eli hated driving at night, but the interstate was empty, and he wanted to get home before midnight. The road stretched on in silence. No cars, no lights, just darkness swallowing everything beyond his headlights. About 20 minutes in, he noticed something odd. A figure standing in the middle of the road. A woman, wearing a long white dress, barefoot, still as stone. Eli slammed the brakes. The car screeched to a stop just a few feet away from her. His heart hammered. She didn't move. She didn't look up, just stood there, hair covering her face, body trembling slightly. Eli rolled his window down an inch. "Hey, are you hurt?" No answer. Just soft breathing. Shaky like crying. Eli swallowed. Something felt wrong. Terribly wrong. He reached for his phone, no signal. When he looked up again, she was closer, right at the hood of his car. Yet he never saw her move. Her head slowly lifted. Her hair slid away from her face, revealing pale skin, wide eyes, and a mouth stretched far too unnaturally wide, like it had been torn open. Eli gasped and hit the gas pedal. The car jerked forward, passing straight through where she stood. But the road was empty. He looked in the mirror. She was sitting in his back seat, motionless, smiling. Eli's breath caught in his throat. He didn't dare turn around. His hands shook as he gripped the wheel, driving faster than he ever had. A whisper floated from the back seat. "You stopped." No one ever stops. Tears blurred his vision. He blinked. She was suddenly right behind his seat face, inches from his ear. Her voice was soft. "Wrong. Broken. Open the door." Eli shook his head violently. No, he wasn't stopping again. He pressed harder on the gas speedometer, climbing. The whisper turned into a scream, inhuman and furious. "Let me out." The windows shook. The radio crackled. The lights flickered. Then silence. Eli didn't look back, didn't breathe, didn't blink. He drove until the sky turned gray with morning. Finally, he stopped at a gas station. Shaking, he opened the back door. Empty, just seat belts, all neatly buckled, except one. One seat belt was still clipped shut, as if someone never left. Jake had been driving all night through the quiet back roads of rural Pennsylvania. The GPS insisted the fastest route home was down an old stretch of highway locals called Route 191, but he'd never heard of it. It was past 2 a.m. when fog rolled across the windshield, thick and milky. The world outside narrowed to just the beams of his headlights. A green sign appeared through the mist. Exit 13, Hollow Creek. Jake frowned. There was no exit 13 on this highway. He drove here every weekend. His GPS glitched, screen flickering. Then it spoke in a distorted voice. "Take the exit." Jake's stomach dropped. The voice wasn't the GPS voice. It sounded like a whisper right next to his ear. But the road was empty. He kept driving. Another sign flashed by, greater than "Last Chance, Exit 13." The fog grew thicker. The radio turned on by itself. Static. Then, faintly through the noise, a woman's voice. "He won't let you miss it." Jake's knuckles turned white on the steering wheel. He glanced at the rearview mirror, and there in the back seat, a woman sat motionless, pale face grinning, eyes hollow. Jake jerked the wheel and slammed the brakes, trembling. When he looked back, the seat was empty. He forced himself to breathe and accelerated again. This time the sign appeared directly ahead, greater than "Exit 13 turn now," even though the road was completely straight. No exit, no curve, just asphalt and fog. But when Jake blinked, the road twisted sharply, like it had appeared from nowhere. His hands moved on their own. The car turned. The world outside dissolved into darkness. His phone buzzed once, a no signal. The GPS screen displayed a final message: "Welcome back." The next morning, state troopers found Jake's car abandoned on Route 191. Doors locked, engine warm, but the seat belts, all three of them in the car, were buckled. And Jake never drove that road again, because somewhere out there, Exit 13 finally took him.